Yarn Chicks Designs. I'm going to show you today how to work with Embrillance using some nautical themes that I'm actually going to put on a shirt of mine. So since it's winter time and I still like the nautical theme and all that, even though, you know, we're not in summer and all that, I still want a nautical theme for my actual sweatshirt that I have. So I have a couple of different ones. I have one that is a black one and I have one that's gray. So I'm not really sure which one we're going to use, but let's go ahead and start with how we're going to do this. So I went to Google and I picked out two designs. One was an anchor. Let's see if I can get it up here. So one was an anchor that we're going to use, okay? And then the other one is a compass. Now the compass, I'm thinking I'm going to actually just go ahead and put that on the arm. I'll embroider that on the arm. So let's go ahead and do this. And then, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over. Let's get into the actual software itself. Okay. And let's see here. We're going to go up here. We're going to create a new, okay, which is what we normally do. Over here. Where's it at? Here? Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong one. Let's go new page. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now that we're up here, I'm going to go ahead and go up to my preferences, okay, to make sure that the hoop that I'm going to use will be for the larger image, it's actually going to be a 200 by 280, okay? So I apply that, okay? Then I'm going to go up here, and what I want to do is bring in my image. So we're going to go back here to where it says create, and then we're going to pull in an image. Here's your images, okay? And then I'm going to bring those in, and they're actually going to be coming from my desktop. So I'm going to press in my desktop, and here's my first image that I'm going to do, okay? So I want to do the anchor. Press on my anchor, open it up. It's going to show your anchor. When it comes in, it's going to be a little small, so you can actually go ahead and enlarge that if you want. So I'm going to just bring mine up here, and we're going to enlarge it, okay? And then we're going to go by, you can go by points, okay? Or you can go by just using your little magic wand over here. So let's go ahead. Let's start with my magic wand here. Just try to use this with my phone without having to use it with everything else. We're going to go around here, and then I'm just going to get the areas here that need, let me just go here. So what I'm doing right here is I'm actually pressing on each one of these, okay? So I can go back up, and I'm going to apply a stitch to that. Now we're going to do a single stitch on that one. Then we're going to do a color. So the color that we're going to do is going to be like a navy, okay? And then up here, every single time that I go ahead and use my magic wand here, it starts creating this area for me, okay? Now you can do that, or you could go back and you can do points. So if you want to do points, and just go back and go to your file here where it says open, just kind of look down here and undo, okay? So it basically just takes it all the way up to the beginning of what you want to do. So I think with mine, I think I'm going to do some points, and then I'm going to do some of just using my little magic wand up there. Okay, so I picked out exactly what I want. I'm going to put my name at the top, which is Kimberly. And how I did that was I went to this T that's over here. That's for type any text, okay? And then so you can put your name on it, and this is the scroll work that it gave me. Then my image was an anchor. Now, however, I did not put the little rope that was down there, so it's going to be just the anchor itself. So in order to see if this is going to stitch out right, then you're going to want to go up to your little stitch simulator, okay? and just go ahead and press right there. And you just kind of watch it to see where it's actually, you know, stitching out. Now I like to go fast because I like to see if it's actually doing everything that I put in there, and it looks like it is so far. Okay, and then there's my name. Okay, so that looks pretty good. So then once you're done, you're going to go back up to your file, and you're going to go ahead and get your USB stick and put it into your computer, and you're going to want to save it. These are the two threads that I'm using. This is more of like it's 100% polyester. The color number is 019. Now this is Smith threads, so they are a little bit smaller, okay? They're probably about 1.5 inches tall, but these are the ones that I'm actually going to go ahead and use today for my sweatshirt. Make sure you use a roller to get off any hairs, anything like that, threads or whatever, because black tends to pick up everything. So make sure that you're actually rolling all that off first. Okay, so we are using a 28V 200 by 280. It's going to take me 82 minutes in order to do this design. This is an Embrillance design that I put in myself. So we're going to come over here and we're going to actually go ahead and start it. And like I said, you're going to see like black picks up everything. Even after I went over with a roller, it's still picking up stuff. So we're going to go ahead and put this down, and we're going to start our design. So we were able to get our anchor done here. It took a little bit of time. We still have about 37 minutes and stuff. So the next part that we're going to be doing is actually where the name is at. And that should be back up through here. Now, I am hoping that I actually set this out right, because if I didn't, it's going to be too close to the top where your collar's at. So let's go ahead and we're going to start that. I'm going to go ahead and change up the color. So the color that I'm actually going to be using is the actual silver itself. So this is a really, really pretty color. It doesn't look like silver, but it is silver. So we're going to put that on there, and that's actually going to be the name that's actually going to go across. Okay, yeah, so like I thought, right up here at the top, okay, is where your collar line's at. That's exactly where it's embroidering right now. So I probably should have brought that down just a little bit, but that's okay. Just because, you know, I mean, this is like, it's really hard to do a sweatshirt on the Janome, just because it's so thick. You really have to pull things back and push things back. I mean, you could do it, however, it's really a lot to do it, because I had to take this off several times to try to get it arranged without messing up any of my stitches. Now, lighting is not the best in here, I can say that, because from what I'm looking at on my screen, I see all these little, like, tiny, it looks like little hairs here, but it's not even there. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's whatever your camera picks up. So, yeah, I'm trying to get that off. Let's see, time. And so, but anyway, so we do have our anchor. So our anchor, it's really cool. Our anchor looks good. And so now we're just going to embroider the rest of the name, and then we will be finished. So it's almost done with the name. And like I said, it was right up against the collar area there. So next time I'm actually going to pull this down. It was really hard to get my sweatshirt up in there and just try to get it stabilized. Because as we know, sweatshirts are very thick. They're really hard to get onto the machine. And when you do get them on the machine, you don't want to take them off. So, so we're still working on this design, and we will be done here in a few minutes. So it's gotten really, really close up there. So I have two more letters that I have to do on here. I really do not like the lighting in my room tonight. There's certain times of day where the light comes in and it's really pretty, but like at night it's just horrible, horrible, because there's not enough lighting in my room. Our project is almost finished, so we're going to take it over and take a look at it. Okay, our project is now finished, so you want to go ahead and pop it out of the hoop. And usually on the sides here, there will be a little, just like a little tongue here on the side that you can actually pop this out with. This one area and here. Get that out. Okay. And then you're going to want to go ahead and trim off the back edges and get all the stabilizer that's actually on the back. You want to get all that finished. You want to go back over, make sure that there isn't any threads that are loose. There's a few here that I've got to get, kind of get any of the little tiny threads off of here. All right, there you go there. And then, let's see if I can find me. So I always find like little tiny threads. So I just want to clip those off, okay? But this basically is to show you how you can create your own design in Embrillance software. So, and I mean, other than it being too close to the top, the design came out really good. But it was, you know, like I said, when I placed it too close to the top. When you're putting, you know, any type of shirt on there, you know, any of these that we have here, like that one's like a 200 by 280, I believe. But, you know, sweatshirts are really, really hard to get on there. So normally I like to float mine. However, because I didn't have any pellon tonight, I went ahead and just hooped it. And that was really hard to do. So like I said, normally I like to do the pellon. It's just, it's kind of like one of my very, very best friends. You know, when I'm trying to do any type of embroidering or sewing or anything like that, I like to at least have that. Well, let me know what you think about the project. Give me a thumbs up on it. And also I have a link down below for my shop. So go ahead and take a look at that. There's a lot of cool Christmas designs right now. We've got some cups, we've got some pillows. We also have free shipping on some of our items. So I will have that link that's down there below. And thanks for watching, and you guys have a great night.